Jack LoMedico, good morning. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, Bill, Andrew. How's things going?
Good.
Hey, how's it going?
So I know we have a lot to talk about, and I had said to you the last time we spoke is that I do have to ask you your opinion or any statement you could give us on the guy that from the group that came back and said you told him that you voted a certain way for your son. Do you have anything to say about that?
Well, you know, this guy is coming into town, and he acted like he really didn't know what was going on in the city of Utica.
Yeah,
he's been to 3 or 4 council meetings. He knows exactly what was going on in those council meetings, and he heard people talking. So when these silver-tongued carpetbaggers come into town, trust me, they know exactly when they're talking to you what they know. If you take a look at Reclaim New York, who this gentleman is a lobbyist, look them up on the internet. You'll find a little information about these guys. They're extreme right-wing conservatives that have their own agenda. But listen, I'm sticking by what I've said because it's the truth. I think the mayor's done a great job in the city, and I'd like to, give him another chance at the end of this 4-year term that he's in now to run one more time and let the citizens decide if they like the job he's done, and we'll go from there.
All right, and talking to the mayor last night, there's no guarantee that the mayor is going to be even running for another term. I thought that was very interesting, the conversation I had with him last night. So,
right. This just gives him an opportunity. Hey, I got a quick little story. You mind if I tell you a little story about it? I was with Bill Morehouse a couple of days ago, where we're in South Utica, when we're knocking on doors, handing out pamphlets, and asking people, with how they think the city of Utica is going. So I go to this house, and hear somebody say, "Hey, Jack." I'm looking. I really couldn't see. It was sort of dark out, and I get closer, and it's Andrew. And Andrew's there on the side of this house, and he's with this pretty blonde woman, and I introduced myself to her, and she had this thick Hungarian voice. I said, "Where are you from?" She goes, "I'm from Hungary." I said, "Oh, okay." So they got this ladder. They're trying to fix the roof on top of this house there. Well, the ladder's about 4 feet too short. So you got this lady with this thick Hungarian voice trying to talk to Andrew on the ladder. He's trying to reach on top of the roof. I thought he was going to fall off.
Yeah.
I grabbed the ladder, and she's going, Andrew, be careful, be careful. So he finally gets that roof tile up there, and I said, "Okay, Andrew." This is like 10 minutes later. I say, "Andrew, I got to go now." I said, Bill's probably wondering where the heck I was. And she goes, "Yeah." So she goes, "Oh, Jack, thank you so much, Jack." And Andrew's still on the roof. I said, "He's going to fall. He's going to kill himself."
That is funny. Well, go ahead.
So Bill goes to me, "Jack, where you been?" He says, "I don't know." I says, "I think I just went back into time, and I ended up on the set of Green Acres."
But that's Andrew helping this woman sell her house.
Yeah, that's been a process.
Were just kind of talking about that, and Jack saying, "Listen, just don't let her move until after Election Day."
Yeah, right.
Please, whatever you
for
do.
the record, the woman that was with me was the buyer's agent, and she had come to check on the progress and was helping me out. So.
Okay, all right, Jack.
Quite a team, I got to tell you.
Quite a Green Acres team there. That is awesome. So, okay, let's talk about downtown and the hospital. And Jim Zecca's his belief is that we are going in the wrong direction on the hospital, on the potential for what's being proposed over there for that sports district. And I had brought up, too, he was against the Stewarts and against the arterial and other issues. What's your take on Jim? Because you guys really do have two different philosophies. You seem to be voting yes on things. He certainly would be somebody who I think would be voting no.
Well, I really don't like to talk about, my opponents. This will be the third time I've run. I've never, ever said anything, negative about an opponent. But the last time I was at the South Utica meeting, and he's pounding on the podium saying how bad this term limits are and we should have never done these term limits. And finally I'm thinking to myself, I said, this guy's a quintessential hypocrite. 4 years ago, after he termed out, he ran for councilman-at-large again, and he was told he could. So he literally had to get a court order by the Supreme Court to stop his candidacy because he was breaking the law. So here he is. yelling at me for something I did legally. And 3 years ago, he was trying to do something illegally for the same thing that we just completed. It was just, I got up and I lost my temper a little. I says, how can you be such a hypocrite here when you 4 years ago you tried to do this illegally? So it just, I got a little emotional there.
I'll get into Jim's response to that because I did speak to him on that. But what is your take?
Well,
there?
no, as a matter of fact, now that Jack mentions it, I remember covering that. I was in the courthouse with Jack and with Jim and some other political candidates anyway. But he was, when did he, I'm sorry, can you fix this timeline? When did he run for comptroller? You're saying he ran again for council at large.
Yeah, remember this was like when I first started here, that first election.
Yeah,
like about 4 years ago, right?
It was in 2014. Actually.
Yeah. I remember it. Remember it well, and it was very controversial. But Jim's saying, listen, I was simply trying to work within my interpretation of the law. All I'm speaking as Jim. All I'm saying here is, the people voted in these term limits. They should have had the opportunity to vote them out. And to say that I shouldn't try to work my way within the law to challenge something in court, that is not hypocritical. That's his answer to that. You don't accept that? No,
because he knew the law, and he was told even before he went into court that he was breaking the law. So for him to, he was just trying to find a loophole to run. And he was doing it illegally, and he had a court order for him to cease.
All right.
But anyways, let's talk about the city of Utica. Not for nothing. Here you are. You're talking about Hotel Utica with a great time, with the Stanley with a great time. This is a great time to be a resident of the city of Utica and the surrounding area because what a great job the mayor's done, and what a great job this council's done backing the mayor up over these last 4 years. Think about 4 years ago when people talked about the Common Council. It used to be the joke of the city.
Right.
It was the most dysfunctional. I think you used to spend half of your time on your show talking about the Common Council.
Well, it's funny because I did play it was very funny because I played this Monster Mash song from back then, and it had all this stuff about going out in the hallway, and Sarah was suing this one, and you had, it was the craziness on the council. No matter where people are on this term limits issue, the craziness on the council, I would agree, has been something that's been absent. And you kind of wonder now that we're going back into this, what it will be like, depending on the outcome of the election.
Well, you think about during that time, who was the senior leadership on the council at that time? It was Vasera and Zecca, and they just totally stopped any type of productivity in the city for those 8 years they were in there. It was terrible. People applauded when they left. And now he wants to get back into it and stop all and once again put roadblocks up to the productiveness that we have in the city right now.
Gosh,
I just hope that's not the case.
What do you say? What do you say to people like Jim, who say the voters are going to answer your vote on Election Day? The fact that you voted to extend the term limits that would certainly help council members and of course the mayor, and that's going to be the one thing that gets you knocked off the council. What do you say to people?
Well, I got to tell you, for the past 3 weeks, I've been going door to door, and this is the truth, Bill. I've been going door to door, knocking on doors. I've had two people mention this term limits to me, and they says, we really didn't like it, but we like the job the mayor's doing. We like the job that you guys are doing. So, even though we didn't like it, we're going to overlook that, and we're going to put you back in because of the great job you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Listen, we didn't vote ourselves into the position. All we did is extend the term limits, give everyone a chance to run one more time.
Got it. All right, Jack LoMedico. I think it's 2 weeks. Really, it's a week and a few days away.
Yeah,
it's coming up.
Hope everybody comes out and votes. And once again, guys, thank you for your time.
All right, Jack. Thanks. We appreciate the phone call coming on. Lou Posh is standing by on the line, who's also running for the council. Lou, good morning. You have your own little controversy going on today.
I do. Hey, please, I'm interested in finding out. That's what's nice about listening to First News in the morning. I just wanted to say good morning to you, Mr. LoMedico. But what controversy are you talking about?
Well,
Well,
didn't you
we're-
get kicked off a billboard or something like
Kicked
that?
off a billboard, isn't that?
Oh, yeah. Listen, that we'll take care of that. Hey, listen, but I wanted to say good morning to our councilman
Yes.
and ask him if he could verify a rumor that I heard.
Okay.
I heard a wonderful rumor. I mean, I'm so ecstatic. I'm absolutely happy today. And the rumor is that because he put his own personal interest ahead of the city's, that he's going to do the honorable thing and resign from the council and drop out of the race. Any truth to that, Councilman?
He's not on the line
he's not on
anymore,
the line,
but
but
I
I
should
would-
recommend you stop spreading rumors, Lou.
I'm spreading rumors. I just found that out. I was so ecstatic to hear it. In fact, I asked the council to request the mayor resign last Wednesday. That wasn't, of course, reported by the media, but
Yeah.
what else is new?
Right. We're not going to report
Well,
that.
have a nice
day. Thank you,
Lou, hang on. Lou, while we've got you on the phone.
Because we're so we're so big when it comes to protecting the mayor.
I know.
Well, he's still mad.
You're his #1 fan.
Yeah. He's still mad about you not taking the red zone seriously, Bill.
I don't take the red zone seriously. I think it's
How dare you? It's an important issue.
while I feel that I think the issue of safety should be addressed, I think it has nothing to do with where the hospital goes. So I'm not taking it lightly. I'm just saying it should have nothing to do with where the hospital goes. I think that part is the ridiculous part. That's just my take on it.